Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm ready. I'm so ready for Win It All Wednesday here on The Sweet Spot, where we're getting into this entire series about being in a stand. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet. I'm your host. As you know, I'm a board-certified psychiatrist. I specialize in high performance. More than that, I really love working with individuals and folks who are living their best life ever. More than that, I love living a life where there's power, where there's hope, and where there's resilience. And that's why this entire week we've been devoting ourselves to understanding the power of the stand. How do you stand? Why do you stand? And what does standing have to do with life and with winning? Today is Win It All Wednesday. And this one right here, it's about standing tall, especially when life tries to cut you down, because that's what life tries to do. And God knows around us, we see all kinds of evidence right now of things trying to take us out of a winning mindset. So Win It All Wednesday, this week on The Sweet Spot, it's about standing tall in tough times as a winner. And beautiful souls, you know that when I talk about standing, as I said on Monday and Tuesday, that it's not just about your feet. That sometimes standing is about standing on your focus. That's your stand. Staying focused. Sometimes your stand is about standing on your faith. Believing. Sometimes it's about holding your ground when life is trying to knock you out and trying to tell you that you ain't got no business being here. Because when life pushes, your purpose has to stand strong. And when the pressure rises, your character has to stand tall. And when everything feels shaky, the strongest thing you can do, the most powerful thing you could do, is stand. Remember, around here, we believe this with all our heart. We believe that when you stand, you win. Let me tell you something about winning. I've worked in sports for over 15 years now. Winning is not always pretty. And you got to know something about losing in order to be a real winner. Sometimes winning, it's about still being around. Yeah, still being here. I'm still here. That's winning. I'm still in the game. I'm still believing. I'm still standing tall when life tried everything and threw everything at me to break me down. And the ancient wisdom puts it this way: after you have done everything you know to stand, stand some more. Keep standing. That's what the book of Ephesians says. After you've done everything, stand. Because when you're in your stand, that's where your power is. And there's a saying, if you knew who was standing beside you, you would never quit. You would never back down. Because you know who's standing beside you. So if the ancient wisdom, the word is saying, hey, after you've done everything, stand. That's survival, but it's also strength. And I've watched my parents, my grandparents, so many members of my family who have gone on to be in glory, be in stands, be powerful stands. Stands for me, stands for the family. They just were in such a stand. I didn't understand it when I was younger, but I get it now. The power of being in a stand. You ain't got to go to school for that. You can just know this. And that's why I love that old Japanese proverb. You know it. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Fall 7 times and stand up 8. That says it all, doesn't it? Life is going to knock us down. Life is going to knock you down. You're going to lose something. Something's not going to work out. There'll be a curveball. There'll be a fastball. All right? That's not personal. That's life. That's the game of life. But every time you stand back up, every time you fall and get back up, you fall 7, you get back up 8. Every time you have stood back up, every single time, my friend, you didn't know this, but you were rewiring your brain for resilience. Listen, I'm a doctor. I'm a neuroscientist. I have to talk about neuroscience. I just can't stop talking about it because I think we do have to understand that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we should know something about the brain. So we've talked about the prefrontal cortex and the threat detection center, the amygdala. But yeah, every time you take a stand, you make your brain stronger. You make it more focused, and you quiet down the fear centers of the brain. And, neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity because your brain starts rewiring itself. It's amazing. The more of a stand you take, the more your brain will start to shape itself and reshape itself. The brain's ability to adapt, to adjust, and to bounce back is amazing. It's nothing short of miraculous. You can learn things by just being courageous, taking your stand. So resilience is not just some emotional soft thing. It's a physical thing. It's happening in the brain every time you take a stand. So guess what? Standing tall, even after disappointment, builds new neural pathways in your brain. It trains your brain when you decide that you're going to hold your head up high and square your shoulders no matter what losses you face. It trains your brain, your ventral vagal complex, let's call it technical, your calm and steady nervous pathway, that center that keeps you calm. It trains it to respond instead of react. You're not just going to react to loss. You're not going to just react to grief. You're not just going to react to disappointment. You're going to respond to it. And that's why standing tall after hard times isn't just strength. It's science. It's science. When you stand tall after something hurts you or disappoints you, you're employing faith, obviously, without question, but you're also employing science. Your brain gets better at bouncing back the more you practice getting up and standing on business, standing tall, standing your ground, standing for what you believe. So here's your challenge this Win It All Wednesday, my friend. Where have you been knocked down? Where are you feeling a little wobbly, a little shaky right now? Where are you feeling like, I want to give up? Where are you feeling a little bit exasperated, a little tired, a little burnt out? I'm here to tell you. I came by to tell you. Don't quit. Don't fold, and don't disappear. Instead of doing that, stand. Remember the ancient wisdom. After you've done everything you could, right, everything you can, stand. And stand tall. Even if you've got tears in your eyes today for some reason. Even if your knees are shaking. Even if your heart's heavy. You are still standing. And that makes you dangerous to every doubt that thought it had you beat. That's right. When you stand like that, you make yourself dangerous to doubts. Be dangerous to doubts today because you're still standing. You're not defeated. Fall down 7, get up 8. Remember, falling is human. We all fall. But standing tall, that's where victory lives, my friend. Stand tall in your faith today. Stand tall in your truth. Stand tall in your belief. Stand tall in your story. Because when you stand, you win. That's right. Okay. All right, my midweek warrior. Okay, this is hump day. All right. So I want you to just be a winner today because you're standing. You're still standing. This is Dr. Derek Sweet. You've been listening to The Sweet Spot, and we're so glad you're on the journey with us, on the standing journey here, as we march into tomorrow, which is Thursday, and you know it's Trust Yourself Thursday. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to get more wisdom and more insights and you want to interact. And look, you can join me on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. And feel free to drop your comments in the comment section. Take care.